want to show something really quick, JB, about the housing thing. I'm just going to share this really quick. This was something else I talked about last night, like, because I know a lot of times we mention Black Wall Streets because there was more than one Black Wall Street. But I want to show people this too about Levit Town, because I feel like this is one I think a lot of people don't know about. Levit Town, New York, which still exists, by the way, unlike Seneca Village, right? I want to read this. This was Levit Town's restrictive racial covenant. The tenant agrees not to permit the premises to be used or occupied by any person other than members of the Caucasian race. This was after slavery. So this was a town that it was exclusively white. So I don't know if anybody has ever been to Levit Town, New York. Like, they've tried to change this over the years and make it more diverse or whatever. But this is a stain on the history of Levit Town, New York. Then it goes on to say, but the employment and maintenance of other than Caucasian domestic servants shall be permitted. So what they were saying is that, you know, you could work there, but you were like, Black people were not allowed to live there. How was that even legal? So you see, like, and that took years to repair. And then the FDR New Deal and redlining. So this is why I get upset when people say that they're an FDR Democrat or they want an FDR New Deal Democrat. They leave out what happened under the New Deal when it comes to Black people. It says 2 of the programs focusing on increasing home ownership. Number 1, ensuring home loans. And number 2, financially supporting the development of new suburban neighborhoods. Those home loans issued through the Federal Housing Act were generally only given to white home buyers, thus resulting in redlining. So everyone needs to understand that's where that comes from. So you can't just applaud someone just because you're like, oh, well, they did these programs for people. Yes, but the New Deal programs, when it comes to Black people, there were certain things that didn't even help Black people, or they didn't apply to the Black community. And then this part here, this is another thing that needs to be repaired. Communities with significant African-American populations were included in area code coded in red for high risk. These maps inspired the term redlining, describing a policy of refusing to make federally insured mortgages in such high areas. Thus, the banks were not willing to give loans to Black people. So when white people left the cities and moved into the suburbs under this New Deal, you have to remember Black families were kept out. That needs to be repaired.